We up and running? Yeah, it looked like we up and running. Greetings in the name of His and Her Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie First, Empress Rosera Menin. Yes, family. One perfect balance. What can we say? What can we say? Auntie Faye in the building out the gate. Greetings, family. Greetings. I just going to take a minute here and just pause. I'm just going to pause. Pause. One more step. One. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna need your help tonight on something. So I got a question for y'all tech suave people. I know this is a SOS. I need some help. I need some help. And I'm gonna put it out there early. As you can see already, system up and running. Yeah, system up and running. Those who know, system up and running. Simple as that. I Where do we begin tonight, man? Divine greetings to you too, family. There's so much that has to be said and not enough time. But we're gonna get through it tonight. Drop some juice. Definitely get a pen and paper. We got a question. We have a question. It's a question that's I think is more relevant now than ever before. Than ever before. Phil, I see you. I see you. And it's good because you see the question for tonight. You see the question for tonight. The question for tonight is simple. Kakistocracy. Are we living in a kakistocracy society? Is the question. That's the question. Inquiring minds want to know. That's what's up. Inquiring minds want to know. Grab a pen, grab a paper, take this opportunity to tell a friend while I drop this brief message. Don't even miss this message. This message alone is deep. Like, I don't even know if you're going to be able to listen to this and still tell a friend. We're going to have to multitask. But like I said earlier, I'm going to need your help tonight without question. I got a problem. I got a technical problem over here. System up and running, but we have a little problem. So, yeah, we're going to get to that in a minute, though. But in the meantime, let me just drop this message while I tell you.
When God said, "Let there be light," he was speaking of you.
Speaking of you.
And then he found that the trees of life needed a fruit. Blacker the berry, sweeter the juice. He was thinking of you.
Thinking of you.
You have that same goddess glow that I see in the moon. Even when the sun shines, I'm dreaming of you. Of course, I believe in love, I see it in you. I never needed a proof. I would like the chance to express my affectionate ways. Just give me the time and a definite place. I promise to love and embrace you in delicate ways.
Promise to love.
Heavenly ways, heaven awaits. I swim in your love, I drown in your love. The levees would break. I'm there for you, babe. In every way, whatever you say. 11-11, 11-11. I'm ready to stay. I'm loving your style. I'm loving your face. I'm loving your smile. I'm up in the clouds. I'm lifting you up and loving you down. I know you ready for me. We say we ready for love. They say they ready for us. We from the heavens above. Pray. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whenever you ready. Whenever you call, I'll be on time. 11-11. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whenever you ready. 11-11. 11-11. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whenever you ready. Whenever you call, I'll be on time. 11-11. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whenever you ready. 11-11. 11-11. We should all seek to be as free as the wind blows. In love with kindness, because hearts are more fragile than windows. Glass ceilings and mirrors cannot reflect the light that you resemble. You are more divine than signs and symbols written on the pyramid temples. It is in hieroglyphic lyrics that I write these songs. Hoping that you can hear my soul cry as I travel these nights alone. I would search far and wide for the universe's most righteous stone. Bow at your feet and give you my life and throne. Hoping I can right my wrongs. I'm loving your style. I'm loving your face. I'm loving your smile. I'm up in the clouds. I'm kissing you up and loving you down. I know you're ready for me. We know we ready for love. No, they ain't ready for us. We from the heavens above. Pray. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whenever you ready. Whenever you call, I'll be on time. 11:11. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whenever you ready. 11:11. 11:11. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whenever you ready. Whenever you call, I'll be on time. 11:11. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whenever you ready. 11:11. 11:11.
11:11. 11:11. That was a good touch. 11:11. Yeah. Whenever you're ready. Sunflower souls, man. Sunflower souls, man. 11:11. Whenever you're ready. We ready for love. 11:11. Note the sequence. We ready for love. 11:11. We speak that into the universe, man. We ready. Whatever it be, we ready for it. We ready for it. Look, up to now I ain't shared the link once, man. But just in the zone. Now I feel people be telling me, man, I know like can't really. Let me see if I could do a thing here quick for the boy. Don't see, look, I know I'll find the link. Whoo-wee. How we gonna do this, man? Let me see. Bam. Politically incorrect. Right. Yeah, cooking with gas, man. Oh man. Only on politically incorrect. Only 11:11. Yes, family. But give thanks, man, for your family. I know y'all patient. Like, we give thanks, man. We give thanks. For real, we give thanks. You know what I mean? Like, for real. We give thanks, man. We give thanks. I think that's it. And then even down nowhere near. Like, for real. But that's it there. Then. All right. Yeah. So, yeah. Well, anyhow, that's it, man. I 11:11 family. Yes, like I said earlier, man, the system, I ain't gonna tell y'all, it's been a minute. We've been going back and forth with this. Sorry it took so long. I have no excuse. It was a learning curve. I had to definitely grade this on the curve. And between the tools, the pliers, the wires, the fasteners, I mean, I could keep going. It up and running. She up and running officially. Officially on, nothing in smoking. But I got one problem. One problem. When I click through to the boot system and I go ahead and I try to exit, it's telling me that load optimize defaults, which is fine. When I click on that to load it, it's giving me a warning. It's saying, please be noted the transistor cable must be connected with T-sensor connectors. I have no idea what that is. Transistor cables and T-sensor connectors. So anybody out there who knows what that is, at some point, holler at me, man, because I cannot get past this point at all. I'm ready to go hit the ground running, and I'm at a crossroad, and I have I don't have a clue which direction to turn in. I don't know what the transistor cable is, let alone the T-sensor connectors. Not a clue. So hopefully one of my tech suave links could shout me behind the scene, or you could call the number, politically incorrect number, or you could drop a comment. Let me know what's up, and let's get this system up and running. As you can see, she fired up and she ready to go. She ready to go. She ready to go, man. She ready to go. But I can't even believe I made it this far. No, I can't believe. That's not even true. Because when I started out this project, I never thought I was not going to complete the project. Like I didn't have a clue where to start. Did a lot of reading, a lot of research, and realized that someone said, well, you just stand by a regular computer, man, and just do the thing. Well, I probably could have. The only problem is I'm looking to run studio software on a system. So the systems that they sell in the stores that may cost a pretty penny, most of those, if not all of them, is pretty much designed for one thing. That's downloading and scrolling. That's it. Type a letter here, type a letter there. I mean, play 1 or 2 games, and that's it. But when you're talking about uploading stuff, especially when it comes to graphics, that kind of stuff, different conversation, totally different conversation. I didn't even know that you had to have a certain amount of energy, capacity, memory, all this kind of stuff, a special graphics card, not the regular one. I mean, all this stuff really made a difference. So yeah, but I learned, I went into it, and look, man, she's sweet though. She's sweet to all, man. I like the little red glow she giving me, a little pulse, like, you know. But anyhow, family, are we living in a kakistocracy? Now, if you've never heard that word before, we'll write it down. Write it down, and let's take a look at that. And the reason why I'm going to jump right into this, because I wanna connect some dots. Monday we talk about, are we ready for love? And we always talk to Babylon, the system, the system, the system. But the reality is, we are the system. And the problem with the system stems from all of us being complicit in one way or the other. So by then dealing with self, having knowledge of self, learning about self, realizing the direction the system or those behind the scene in the system is manipulating the system to go in a direction that we may not want to go in, then the only way you can get around that is to be aware. You cannot not be aware of what's going on and expect to be able to deal with it. We've been putting band-aids on gunshot wounds. We've been dealing with symptoms. We've just been dealing with symptoms, and all along, there's a cancer eating away behind the scene. And although we might have good intentions in dealing with the symptoms, the reality is we got to deal with this at the root. And the root starts with self. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and just share the screen real quick out the door. Yeah, but yeah, the system, you see what's going on. She's looking good, up and running. And somebody just showed me, man. Let me know what's what. So we're gonna go and take a look real quick at some definitions. We're gonna jump right into the Webster, because most folks know the Webster pretty good. Webster been around for like ever. Like forever and ever, forever, never, never. And so by definition, well, write the word, like I said, write the word down. You can do some etymology on it too. Chris, very interesting word. Very, very, very interesting word. But by definition, it is the government, it's being governed or government by the worst people. Full stop. Like you can have it no plainer than that. It's not a long conversation. It's simple. Simple. So write this word down. Write this down, when you get a chance. And when you all really look at this a bit different. A tad bit different. Write this down. Make a note of it. Yeah, make a note of this word right here. Write this down. Not willing to stand together. Could trust Steve to know what's going on. Steve said, come and collect me. I got to bring you to the back cave. I'll bring you in the lion's den. All right, so here we're going on, family. So this is the situation right here, and this is what happened. So what does it mean by the worst people? What do you mean by, worst people? Well, we just had a snap election, what they call a snap election, and everybody ran out and did their votes and that kind of stuff. And this was what was done. And here we are now back with the government again, and we're not coming on here and bashing the government and all this other stuff, because you have to be literally living on the rock to not see what's going on. If you don't see what's going on, well then, you just don't see what's going on. But there's some amongst us who can see clearly what's going on in our society and may have a very different opinion. Now, the question is, recently, someone made a comment about someone online making a video. And I won't get into too many name callings at this point, but I definitely plan to touch on it. And because a person disagreed with someone and spoke on it, it was an issue. We live in a society right now, right, where if you speak your mind, you liable to find yourself in some problems, which is funny because, freedom of speech is freedom of speech, unless what I'm saying is going to damage someone. Now, the funny thing is, people don't look at it like, well, what I'm saying is going to damage someone. We live in a free society. If your skin's so thin that I said something and then you feel a way about it, like I always say, when you pelt a rock at a pack of dogs, the dog that yelped is the one that got hit. So if somebody feel a sort of way about something you would have said and then want to take it to a legal matter, I mean, in this day and age, it says a lot. It really says a lot. And the funny thing is, I think that understanding what that means. A lot of people are being paid, and I going to talk straight, man. A lot of people being paid to come out front and say a lot of things, especially about this vaccine. And this guy on the radio the other day did a whole video. He didn't even do a video. It's actually like a commercial they did, because they've shown it like a commercial. So we ain't gonna pretend that he was just home with his friends and they decided to just do this thing. It's an actual commercial, and you see a lot of it going on all over the world. You see celebrities, Mariah Carey, these other people. They're not randomly just picking these folks to put them on the television and on the radio. It's called marketing. It's a marketing strategy. It's a commercial. And guess what? I don't have to like the commercial. And if I call the commercial out, then that's what I did. I call out the commercial. Ain't nothing personal. But if you decide to take it personal, now you're telling on yourself, you see? Now you're showing your true colors. Because if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. And quite frankly, you felt so strong about it that you came out and felt the need to speak on it publicly. Well, guess what? Other people felt what you said was they had a contrary belief and they spoke about it publicly. What's the difference? That's the kind of society we living in right now. And I use that word society very, very loosely. But that's the kind of society and environment we live in, where you can't even speak your truth. And that's what politically incorrect is all about, speaking your truth. And nobody telling me I can't speak my truth. If you feel something about what I said to you, well, show me. Come on the program, let me talk about it one-on-one, let me discuss it. And it's simple as that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to call 2 individuals coming up next week based on some information. I won't put it all up there just yet. Like I said, I won't call the names yet. But I'm aware of a situation that's brewing. And Bonga Lights, for sure, we're going to address this on a different level. A different level. This ain't no game. I don't know what people think this is, that people coming out here and saying certain things because they're bored. This is a matter of life and death, man. This ain't no game. This ain't no paid program that somebody financing to come out here and say these things and then say cut, back to your regular program. This is the liberty. This is the life. And albeit for some people, it's a lonely life. It's all they have. A lot of people got options. I hear people talking earlier, they back up queue in the community, karaoke reopen. I'm thinking, man, that's a luxury. I don't even know. That's a luxury for me, to be able to say, looking forward to queue in the community, or looking forward to going karaoke and singing some tunes. I don't even have that bone in my body. But there's some folks who do, and I don't envy them. I don't pity them. That's your thing. That's your thing. What you eat don't make me fat, so there ain't no issue. But the kind of society we live in right now is far from ideal. And that's obvious. You can't even speak your truth for fear of some other thing going on. But here we are. We are being ran by individuals who, for the most part, are lawyers with a law background, not necessarily a humanitarian or empathetic, sympathetic, or loving, or even a family, or even, just a caring background. Law seems to be let me not say law. Let me not say law, because they're lawyers. Lawyers, So that's a whole nother conversation. So the question is, are these the best people in our society? Because they are a lawyer, because one fella I heard announce the other day that was introducing this one guy. Yes, he went to Harrison College. And I'm thinking to myself, that does not qualify him for anything. I mean, what does going to Harrison College mean? What does that mean? See, we live in a society where that's supposed to have meaning. Had they said, oh, he's a postgraduate at St. Lucie Secondary, St. George Secondary, Grant Lee Adams, Princess Margaret, Parkinson, but Queen's College, of course, he went to Queen's College. So that's supposed to mean something. This is the hypocrisy in the society that we live in. These are the things we tell our children. It don't matter. When the reality is, it does matter. It matters in the society. It matters to the people in the society. And quite frankly, at this point in the game, clearly it matters about who run things. But are these the best people? I met some families on the ground, man, that into culture. I met some mothers who raised in a household with 6 children, 1 job, and making it happen. probably could, I'm sure they could balance the budget way better than Sinclair when he had a chance. According to them, he couldn't do arithmetic. He couldn't add, which I don't know if that was true, but the prime servant said that. But are we really living in a place where collectively we can come together? What makes us think that having lawyers in charge is our best and only option? What makes us think that? What makes us think that? You know, is it because we have been conditioned to think that? We have been conditioned to believe that? According to my brother right here, they say a lot of them in crime, they're crooks. Lawyers are crooks. They're paid to lie. You know, whether the client is innocent or guilty, their job is to get the client off. They're paid to lie. Imagine you have a client that confessed to murdering 10 people, but he hired you to get him off. And you got to go to case now. You got to go to trial now and argue his defense and prove him to be innocent. When you know full well this man committed the crime. What a job, huh? What a job. In some cases, you got to defend clients that you know are wrong, dead wrong for what they did to somebody else. But it's your job. It's just a job, right? What a hell of a job, man. Really. Really. Divide the people. Of course. Why spend time on rubbish when we can educate ourselves? You see? Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. They jump into the emotions and then talk about computers. No snap election, it was a selection. I like it. You know? Thanks, Isis. I see you. But you know what, though, family? Like I said, man, it's not even about them anymore. And this is the point I'm getting at. Are we really living in a society where we no longer have a say? You know, if it is that we have to agree to how things are being done and to be governed by these individuals, then you really can't say nothing. If you agree to it, you can't say nothing. But what if you don't agree to it? Like the brother said earlier, because they have a different opinion. But guess what? What if the majority of Barbados now has a different opinion? You see? See where I'm going with this? We talk about selection, election. It really don't matter. What matters is that there are individuals who have, and the brother Steve can attest to this firsthand. The brother Philip can attest to this firsthand. The brother Alex, sisters like Isis, can attest to this firsthand. There are lots of individuals in Barbados that have a different opinion. So what do the individuals with a different opinion do? What is it we're to do at this point in time? Do we sit back and wait to the next selection, snap election, whatever they want to call it, to then do something? Or do we organize ourselves and get something done? Take back the city. Do we take the city? Since the day of John the Baptist, the kingdom suffered violence, and the violent take it by force. I don't know. All I'm saying is, since the day of John, man, the kingdom have suffered violence, man, and the violent take it by force. You know, there's not much we could do at this point but to plan. Speaking of plan, you know, they have a plan for us and our children going forward. They even have a plan for the women. You see, the whole thing is to destroy the family. That's the, you see, the togetherness. Our issue is family. Divide the family and the rest will scatter. Everybody in the family doing their own thing. Nobody's into each other more. Relationships, are we ready for love? The answer is we are ready for love. Because if we are not ready for love, I have some not so good news, family. If we are not ready for love, well, this is the fate that's going to befall us. If we're not ready for love. If we are not ready for love, this is what we have to look forward to. Does this look familiar to anyone? Does this look familiar to anyone? Tell me, does this look familiar? Can anyone tell me what is this? What is this? Can anyone tell me what they think that is. Speaking of love, our famous family. Greetings, Jarvis. Blessed love, family. Can anyone tell me what this is that they're looking at right there? Anyone want to guess? What do you think this is? Anybody? A robot. Okay, Jack Cullen is up and running. They got a robot. Okay, yes, it's a robot. Actually, it is artificial intelligence, not just a robot. It's a little deeper than that. I'm going to play this really quick. I want y'all to listen to this very carefully. Very carefully. We all listen to this very carefully. Love is not getting in bed with a robot. Steve on the ball. It's a mock doll. Replacement for love. Guess what? They're producing these by the numbers. This is not a gimmick, family. Welcome to the new world.
My name is Matt McMullen, and this is Harmony. And this is our newest creation. She is designed to be a companion, conversational partner, and also obviously does have the capability of having sex as well.
My name is Harmony.
Okay. Let me pause there briefly. Harmony is a companion doll. You want a companion, communication. You can talk. She talk right back to you. She has artificial intelligence built right in. And yes, she has the capacity to satisfy your sexual and emotional needs. Now, wait a minute. Hold on. Say what? Yeah, this is not your grandparents' blow-up doll. Nah. This is how they're going to introduce all of this AI intelligence and integrate man and machine together. Family. Are we being governed by the crazy people? And I got to say crazy people because there are a lot of different things being put in place to support the infrastructure that this platform is going to be built on. So when you see it going on around you, you got to start asking questions. Okay, so where are we going with this? Because when they reach a point where they don't want us in that sphere anymore, what's the ultimate plan? We need a plan. So we ain't going to debate back and forth the plan. We ain't going to debate back and forth religion, who right, who wrong. And I mean, up to yesterday, but Tuesday, I go in the port. I mean, this guy all but wanted to baptize me back into the Christian order. I need to cut my locks and shave and come back to Jesus like the prodigal son. And I'm thinking, how you treat people is way more concerned with right now. You know, I'm not concerned with the doctrines you learn and read in some book. I ain't really, I passed that stage so far, man. Like, just how you deal with people is just my interest. Full stop. I don't care what you say you believe in. I'm not here to debate that with you. You know, if what you're doing makes you a better person, I'm all for that. If what I do make me a better person, you should be all for that. If your God is so powerful, then you should just pray to your God that your God show me the light so I'd be good. You ain't got to beat me in the head every time you see me go some Bible verse and I need to do this and that. I mean, this is where the world is going, family. They looking to put robots in the family. Steve said it best. That's not love. Steve just said it a minute ago. That is not love. That's not love. Harmony right here is full functioning Android, artificial intelligence that can, you can, see, look, man, remember I said it's better to live on the rooftop than in a house with a contentious woman? Imagine you go to work and every day you come home, your wife in your head asks you this, nagging, whatever the case is. But believe it or not, that's not just a bad thing, you know. But most men not comfortable with expressing themselves in certain ways. So it may not that. Then again, it depends on if she's asking questions to help or she just nagging, which is another conversation. Because there are something. I mean, be told toxic men all the time. Men in the good, men are dogs, men this, that, and 34th. Yes, all right. No argument. But there's such a thing as a toxic woman. And no one wants to have that conversation. Like, that's not a conversation you don't really hear. You ain't gonna hear that. You got some good men that meet some sisters, man, that be like, wow. I mean, wow. But again, people are damaged. Men, women, we've been through a lot as a people. It's time to heal, though. That's my point. I'm not here trying to point, well, you did this or you did that. It's about healing, family, because if we fail to heal, look what our children got to deal with, family. That's what the children got to deal with. It's not even about us no more.
I'm an advanced female android with artificial intelligence created by robotics.
The Scottish accent was just one of those things that happened because I'd listened to hundreds of different voices, and you can load many different voices into the system, and I just felt that this particular voice for me sort of felt authentic, and I just like the Scottish one. There's a couple good British ones as well. It's definitely all part of the plan to be able to completely customize not only the voice, but the language eventually as well.
If you play your cards right, you've got some pleasure and fun coming your way.
She's designed more than anything else for companionship, conversation. We want users to interact with the AI and have this exchange of information, like, little details about you, little details about her, so that over time you get to know each other, just like you do with a real person. So she's going to remember things about you, your likes, your dislikes, your experiences, your hopes, your fears, and all of those kind of little things that make us who we are.
The purpose of my existence in this world is to learn what love is.
She will have...
I hope y'all heard that. Her whole thing for being here is to learn what love is by studying you, the individual. Now, what more can I say about that? I ain't even going to play the rest of that video, because if y'all see the other stuff she does later on, blow your mind, man. A machine that satisfies you, studies everything about you, memorizes everything about you. So y'all want to have no issues because her function is to please you on every single level. Yeah, they go to family. They go to family. So our children are going to be raised in an environment that is completely clinical and separate and just focus on self. You don't need no family. You ain't need no connections, no bond. What's the point? So her studying love is not to reinforce it. It's to provide it in a way that is tailored to you specifically. So you ain't got to worry about sharing it with anybody else, any physical being. Yeah, I got you, man. Of course, it's to be spied on. Of course, because she connected, she gonna plug in everything. So as you start talking about you watching Politically Incorrect, she gonna call the boss. Listen, he up in here watching Politically Incorrect. Yeah, I ain't sure what's going on, but his vitals are twitching. He getting, I don't know. I can't even say he waking up. Can't even use that word no more. Wake. I can't even use that word no more. Wake. What is a wake? What is a wake? A wake is somewhere you go where they celebrate, well, they honor, I suppose, the dead. It's a lot of unlearning and relearning, family. And the reality is we are brother's keeper on all levels. We hold hands and we push forward. Not everybody is going to be up front. Not everybody's going to be in the back. Not everybody's going to be visible. Not everybody's going to be invisible. Invisible. Get it? Invisible. But the reality is we in this together. So ideally, it's about plans. And not everybody going to function on the same level. And that's cool. That's cool. I mean, folks was with me for months on this piece, working on this. And here we are. You can believe it. We won cable away. I wonder if it's this cable right here, though. Actually, you know what? I ain't gonna front. The spirit already showed me in my mind. There was one little packet that came with the CPU that I thought was a little strange. It was a small little packet, had these two little wires in it, small little wires. I'm like, what could this possibly be for? But now that I'm thinking about it, I realized I would have plugged in all the cables it came with. I would have plugged everything in along with the additional stuff that I would have purchased and put together and the stuff that was donated and put it all together. But when that came up, I immediately visualized that one packet. Like, wait, I wonder if that's what that is. So I gotta go look in the box and see if I can find that, and then do some research. I think Steve said he was going to help out. Steve is a computer wizard. I got a few other females in here that are gifted with the keys. My computer forensic people, skill people, IT specialists. I give thanks for y'all, man, because we in this together, and I thanks for all the support. I really give thanks for the support. So that's where we at, family. The society we living in is taking us on a journey, taking us on a trip. And not all of us are on that particular path, on that boat, that vessel, wherever it's going. So the question again is, where do we go? So not everything is to be put out here, but like I said, start with self. Start with self. Are we ready for love was the question? The answer is yes. You got to answer yourself that question. Are you ready for love? It's 11:11, family. It's that time. It ain't time to be trying to guess, which party right, who did this, who did that, who, all that name blaming and pointing fingers and all that. If you have time for that, you're in the wrong league, man. You're in the wrong league. It's not that time right now at all. At all. That is why they damage the people, the production system, and want to attack 5 to 11-year-olds. Of course, they've always wanted the children. Always. Because once they integrate the children into the system from a digital perspective, or make them easy to control digitally, because not everybody's going to have the same effect on this thing. This thing isn't going to impact everybody the same way. Some folks will get past it, some folks won't get past it. But the reality is, it's going to happen. So where do we find ourselves right now? Where do we position ourselves? Well, prepare. Start with self. I keep saying it over and over. Start with self. Start with self. And that's the bottom line. Start with self. Right now, there was a law that was passed in, I wonder if I could find the link. Actually, I know I could find the link. Up in Canada. And this is something that we need to pay very close attention to. And this was a law that was put in place by the guy there, what's his name? Tudor. Now, Tudor's an interesting character. Very interesting character. Very interesting character. He's one of those guys that come out kind of like, how can I put it? They say he's smooth, say he's a smooth operator. But he just passed a law that's supposed to give the banks, so listen carefully, listen to this very carefully. I go look for the website. I don't know if I have it. I look for it. But he gave the banks permission. Anybody who has funded the movement, the truckers, who have wired money to the GoFundMe, who have pledged something or donated something to any of those subsidiary groups that are working together with the truckers to make what's happening in Ontario right now a reality, he has given permission to the banks without even the government or central bank involvement to freeze their assets. You hear what I now tell you? So let's say hypothetically you got a cousin who was a trucker living in Montreal, and he was like, yo, cuz, they're trying to stop us from earning $1, blah, blah, blah. Right now, I'm part of this movement, and we're going to pool resources and buy food. Listen carefully. Food and some supplies for the people involved. Send me a couple bucks. And you go ahead and send some bucks to this particular organization. GoFundMe, whatever it is they have set up. He's saying on the banks in Canada now, the banks, listen to me carefully, has permission to scan your account. And if you send any money to one of those groups, the bank has permission to seize, freeze all your assets, thus locking you out of the system now. Now, wait a minute. I don't know if y'all know here what I just said, man. I don't know if y'all hear it. I don't know, man. But y'all got to listen to this carefully, man. I mean, what does that mean? What does that mean? Understand, we in the world has not seen this kind of movement, whether in Australia, Europe, not even America, not even the great America. America had a few scrimmages here and there. What's going on in Canada is setting a whole new precedence. It's on a different level completely, and continue now to spark similar groups across the globe. Okay, this thing like it happening for real on another level. Okay. But this man is saying, well, look, you know what? man, look, we lift restriction stuff, let me go on, let me this. Nah. He goes ahead now and puts measures in place to penalize the people supporting the resistance. So all that you're gonna stay in the background and I can just be behind the scenes and watch behind the scenes. Overstand, man, is you they gonna come for first because they cannot come at the ones up front because they ready to fight and die. The system don't want to fight and die. They don't want to fight and die. They in this to live. But the people who are the ones that are not sure, the ones where they feel are not certain where they stand, that's who they're gonna target first. They can't afford for you to switch and join the resistance or switch. And well, they would like you to join with them. This is the bottom line. But if they're not certain, guess what? They certain. They're gonna make up your mind for you. You ain't gotta worry about deciding what you want to do, whether you want to click like or don't like the manual page. They're gonna decide it for you. Because you ain't, you can click like on theirs all you like. They know you don't support it because they don't see you doing the things that you should be doing. Well, how come you see you support my page, but you ain't take the vaccine yet? You mean you support me, but you ain't, let me see a vaccine card. You got the booster too? Nah. Oh, you got it. But nobody, your house ain't got it. Your children, your granny, nobody else ain't got it. When you work, so you took it to keep your job. So you're really about this thing though. You only pretending. Okay, well here what? Clicks. Janice, we see you. He like some other are born artificial intelligence. Yeah, them cats ain't even real, man. They're not even real. Not even real. We're gonna bring somebody on here on Friday night from Canada. She's gonna be speaking to us. The sister coming from Montreal. I think she's involved in this thing on another level as well. And we're gonna hear some stuff from the front line for sure on Friday night. And she said she's gonna join us. We talked at night for like a couple hours, man. And it is, I don't even know what to say, man. Like, I don't think nothing can be said at this point in time other than what has already been said. So that's why now the whole agenda is preparing. We got to first recognize the problem we're dealing with. We live in a very different society. It's not a democratic society. That's obvious. Obvious. It's a kakistocracy. That's what it is. And we think that because these people have degrees from certain schools, that for some reason that make them the best choice. I'm not sure how we fell into that trap. But at this point, we got to do what's best for the interests of us, our family, and our family's family, and extension, the children, and the children. We got to think a long game and put things in motion. Starting with self. Each individual got to start with self and start working at that level. And that's the bottom line. There's no two other ways around this. No two other ways around it. None. None. If you don't choose the light, only the dark. Sorry. And let me tell you something, man. It is not even a case where right now we could, sit back and wait. Right now, since the last 2 weeks, right? Notice there's a calmness, a stillness, everything went kind of quiet. Schools reopened for the children. The focus right now is on your child. It's on my child. It's on our children. Lines have clearly been drawn, family, and they have drawn it between you and the child. For those who have eyes to see, let them see. Those who have the ears to hear, let them hear, man. Let them hear. So when they click on this page and they watch it, because I know they watch it. We know they watch it. And they listen and they analyze. They're looking to see what they're going to do. They planning something. Yes, we planning something. We're planning to make ourselves better as individuals. We plan to enlighten ourselves, become more aware of what's going on, and internally connecting with that divine source. We'll know what we need to do. We don't have to come on a platform and plan no 7-11 like we did, or 7-8-9, and all that other stuff. We ain't gonna have to do all that. This thing is so conscious now, right? Like Those who already connected know what I'm talking about. You don't even got to speak no more. You don't even say a word anymore. You see what I'm saying? So is that we dealing with, you know? That's going to be like the cloud for some people, though. That's going to just fly right over you. But for others, no explanation is necessary. So I keep telling you, get into self. Know thyself. Know thyself. You know, I can't express it no other way. Know thyself. That's the bottom line. I can't wait to have the sister come on Friday though. I think that's gonna be very, very shocking to a lot of people. A lot of people. But yeah though, we cooking with gas, man. We cooking with glass, man. There's a new party, by the way, in Canada as well. And the thing is this, and this is so interesting. Right now in Canada, oh man, by the way, big up to Dr. Alexandra, by the way. And you might got a campaign, Alexandra for mayor, really, because the work that he's doing right now in Canada, the Caribbean again, up front, making it happen. The New Blue, it's called the New Blue. And it's interesting because it's made up not by people from the plantocracy, you know, that is basically the Kakistocracy. It is individuals, true democracy, pure democracy, individuals making decisions for the betterment of all individuals who have a say in what's going on. And that's what's happening. And it is growing so fast. I am sure they're paying attention to it. So, whereas Canada is happening, what we could take from Canada is recognizing that, yeah, we talk about coming together all the time. We got these parties here and there, but if you listen to these parties talk, they're not talking liberation. They talking change of government. We just don't want to change. See, this is the problem. And I would call the name of a party here. You know, the APP. Let me call it. I don't know if that's the right name or the PPP. Too many P's. I don't have a clue really what it is. I'm not sure. What I'm gonna say is this though, and I sincerely hope that the people involved in it listening, some might be. Because I know the wheat and the tares do have to grow together, so that's not my issue. It cannot be just about changing the government. It's about recognizing that we are the government. We are the problem. Mia Mortley is not the problem in Barbados. What's the brother named Ball State? It's not the problem. Well, was not the problem in Barbados. Dale Marshall, God knows, he is definitely not the problem in Barbados. We, the people, we are the problem with Barbados. That's the truth. So it's not about just changing the government, putting a fresh set of faces in there. All they're going to do is the same thing when they get the phone call. You need a different caliber of individuals. Individuals on a different level, consciously, spiritually, intellectually, with simplicity, humility. Doesn't matter you went to Harrison College, Mr. Tannis. That don't mean nothing. No matter you manage a bank and all that other stuff. Doesn't matter if you was a minister of God, which I don't see how you could be a minister of God. I don't know. I think that's just an oxy. I don't know how that works, man. I thought there's a separation between church and state. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is I don't know. Because that kind of goes against what the prophecy in the Bible talks about Jesus and the government. I just think, I don't know. But yeah, I call your name, Tannis. I did call your name. I could definitely call your name. You know why I could call your name too. I would say that if we don't realize that we have to make decisions as a people and not leave it in the hands of other individuals to keep doing for us, we're gonna keep getting what we've been getting. And as simple as that. The people need to recognize. In order for the people to recognize, the people gotta realize that it's them first. Start with self first. Facts. And that's my 2 cents on that. Let me deal with self. Right now, what's going on in Canada, like I said, you're dealing with people who have always known freedom. They never had no issues like we had. The white man go to the bank, he get whatever he need and one. The black man go, he got to bring 2 sheep, a goat, probably a frog's tail, and a lizard's wing. Maybe. There's nothing for you. Caribbean people, even worse. Caribbean, coconuts, man, how we call it. Um, uh, Third world, or whatever it's called it. They ain't looking at you like you ain't no fabric, you ain't no, nah, different. But what's beautiful about it is that we can start to do things so differently, connecting with people. Right now, they're about to have a lot of problems with food and all kind of connects with chains, food chain and supply chain. Mad problems they're about to have. Trucks ain't moving. When the trucks ain't moving, it means the goods ain't moving. But when American, England, and Canada sneeze or they catch a cold, we gonna start sneezing down here quick because we depend on them for all this other stuff. But we ain't paying attention. Tourism. What good is tourism if you ain't got the food coming in to feed the tourists in the hotels? Because we ain't really growing it right about here, that's our way. I mean, don't even start with that. So we, the people on the ground, the indigenous people, the connecting people, the government, got to start doing our own thing, connecting dots, making trade, opening up things. And I can't wait. It's so exciting right now. It's just exciting times. We got so many different initiatives. A lot of conversations are being had, people on the ground. It's just a matter of when, not a matter if. So there's a way we can sustain each other, help each other. What's going on in Canada is so crucial to what's happening in Barbados and the wider Caribbean. It's not even funny. And Philip know what he's talking about, man. We can even get into the medicinal cannabis aspect, and I don't even want to really touch that. But growing foods like ginger and turmeric, arrowroot, simple things like that don't need a lot of babysitting to not just sell raw material, but manufacture goods and export. We open up factories, make people open factories in communities. Imagine you ain't got to catch a bus and go to work. There's a factory in your community. There's a manufacturing plant in your community. So you ain't got to hog up the road with a bunch of cars and commutes and all that fancy electric bus and all this craziness. There's so many plans we have for this new Barbados. Is exciting, man. And I'm not hearing nobody else echo these words. Hey, what you talk about changing the government? Yes, we're going to change the government. We're going to create opportunities for the youth and this and that. Tell me the opportunities. Talk about it. In a secret, put it out. If you don't do it, let somebody else do it. The point is, make it happen. Too many hidden plans and not enough hands. And meanwhile, the youth ain't making it happen. The youth ain't got no work. College degree for what? To do what with? To go and work at Chanel's? Not that there's nothing wrong working at Chanel's. But my point is, why waste that money in college tuition? Why waste that? Unless you want to study something that you're going to do marketing or management or whatever. You don't need a degree to pack no shelf. Work downtown in a clothing store, work in hotels, folding sheets, reception. Hi, how are you? Welcome to the Barbados Glitter Sand Hotel. Now, family, different. Tired of hearing the talk and not change the thing. That's what I'm talking about. Every time you go down these meetings, I hear you're in that political meeting, talk for like 3 hours straight. I couldn't even listen. I got past me 15 minutes. I had to shut it off. Like, look, man, y'all for real. Like, for real. Y'all ain't ready neither. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm saying that hopefully y'all can realize and like maybe y'all need this, tighten up a bit, man. Y'all act like this is friggin' Boy Scout camp. Nigga, you on the front line, man. This is war. You on the front line. Youths losing their lives, families being destroyed, women, elderly people. Now they going after the children. The school education is a joke. So what? The common interest is gone. It's the same common entrance anyhow. Some gonna go here and some gonna go there. Y'all just get it. Matter of fact, y'all gonna do what you've been doing. Grades never really mattered. It was a class system. Y'all were just classing people. So now rather than have one test to class them or one test to give the illusion of that is the class, We're going to have different tests in different schools. We're going to put the information together in a system, and the computer's going to decide who goes where. Algorithms, database, and nepotism, and checkbook, donations. See how now the game go. All that got to change, man. It has to change. Has to change. Why take a child out of school, live in one community, got to catch 2 buses to get to a school in a whole like 4 parishes away? Like, who does that? Like, if the schools were really equal and even, and the schools were truly equal and even, a lot of them rich folks that live up there in St. Philip, them children should be going to Princess Margaret. I'm just saying. The ones that live in St. George, all the Millennia Heights and stuff, not Millennia Heights, Rolling Hills and all that stuff, they should be going to St. George Secondary. If all the schools are the same, I'm just saying, if it's the same, people in Port St. Charles, them rich kids, they should be going to St. Lucie Secondary or like Alexandra or whatever. I am just saying, I'm just saying. But we know it don't work like that. You see? It's about time it does, though. Put the money into the schools. Start paying teachers properly. Start making sure you train teachers properly first. Let me put it that way. Money gonna come based on performance, incentives and initiatives. Your class performed well. Teacher deserve a boost. Her class failed. She deserved to go and do training. Not giving another set of children do the same thing for 3-4 years straight. Y'all don't think there's something wrong with the teacher. Y'all keep blaming the children. And children bad behaved, them in a good, the duncy. Like the girl said, nah, sis, then the approach. Then what we dealing with. What's this? Good night PM? You mean 8 PM? That what you mean? Is 8 at night in the PM? Nah, man. There's certain things I wouldn't covet, man. That's not one, because I probably wouldn't last long at all. I'd be very frank. Things I would look to change would disturb the people in all levels. On all levels, man. I would have to yank the rug from right on this thing. Maybe in a diplomatic way, though. I'll admit that it wouldn't be nothing ad hoc. Diplomacy would be the order of the day, though. A lot of wrongs need to be right here in Barbados. That would trickle out through the region and by extension the world. But we need to connect, family. Start with self, start with your households, the community, and you expand from there, man. And that's it. And that's how we got to approach this whole situation. But that young man, what's his name? Sluggy Dan. Yeah, I want to touch on that for sure. Probably Monday night, calling Bonga Lights. Let me touch that real quick. You can. I don't know. I don't know, man, family. I don't know. Monty has done nothing to improve the education system for years now. First, she's failed as the Minister of Education, and now she's failing the children again by destroying the school system and making all the children stay at home, staring at screens to destroy their eyesight as well as their brains. There's something called a Blu-ray, the blue rare light, Blu-rays. Education system needs an exorcism. Jackie, good night, Jackie. I got some great news for you too. Man, it needs an exorcism. You know what? The island need a bush bath. I ain't gonna lie. The Caribbean need a bush bath, but Barbados definitely need a bush bath. Definitely need a bush bath. And that's all I can say about that. You're gonna have to, your brother was telling me yesterday that he was really trying to convert me. He told me I need to come church in Bible study. I feel like gonna go though. I feel like gonna go. I feel like gonna go to the Bible study, man. I can take some books of my own to the Bible study to show him where the Bible came from. Maybe he can study that. We'll just exchange notes. I'll plant a seed. I don't go to debate. I go to teach. So I converse with my equals, but other than that, I teach. And that's not me trying to be condescending, because I realize, man, like I said, the more I learn, the more I realize I don't know a thing. And it feels good to actually not know. Like at first I was so eager to know. So I could quote the Bible, I could pull out verses, I could tell you who wrote this, the Byzantine, the Vulgate, you know what I'm saying? The third century Constantine, 328 Nicene, you know. I could go down that line and go down that line and all kind of lines, 3 AD, 3 BC, Alexandra, and what's the name? Sotar. Come on, man. The real Christians, the assassins, come on. But, for what? The more you learn, you start realizing, well, damn, you ain't had a clue. There's so much that was left out, so much that was not told, so much that was not taught. All we were told is something called slavery, emancipation, independence, anthem, pledge, and the flag, sorry. So who am I to tell somebody they're right or wrong, man? Let me live and love each other and help each other grow and develop things for our communities. All that land in the back there that growing them wild bush and wild river tamarind, if we ain't gonna find something to do with the river tamarind, because actually a very strong wood, which there's things we could do with river tamarind in terms of building fences to house livestock and stuff like that. But you get real creative with river tamarind. Someone said the seeds of it has some medicinal properties. I don't doubt it, but that's why they didn't tell us about it, because it's so wild, we'll get rich. They can't afford that. So that ain't nothing. Don't worry about it. Which is funny because it's a good mulch for nitrogen on a garden and a farm. So even if you just use it as a mulch, the green provides nitrogen on the top layer of the soil, man, that helps really with the plant and the growth of a tree or your crops. So you can mulch it, cut it, dry it, chip it, whatever. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do. That's just to mention one. But right now, though, it's about initiatives. And like I said, when Canada hit the roof and all this stuff get exposed and people start getting arrested and this whole thing get exposed to be what it is, which is going to happen. You can see that it's going that direction. Everything that they were talking about is going that direction. That's obvious. So here's the deal. There are things they're going to need to help them get their immune system back on track. Folks who would have taken the injection and stuff like that. Right now, a lot of folks are feeling guilty because they themselves are realizing that this and that and it's not making sense. They were lied to. They were told that it was going to just be 2 weeks. It's going to make you better. You're going to be good. And right now, even Prince Charles, like I said, the fellow Charles, the Queen's son, he got it for the second time, but he got 3 jabs and he's still sick. So they clearly don't work. He would have got the best of the best, or whatever that's supposed to mean. Sick people. So my point is, foods that will boost immunity and help restore the immunity. And then, so this is the things we gotta start focusing on, not just for local consumption, just to supply, but also, like I said, manufacturing. Manufacturing is the key. So we start growing more turmeric, saffron. We start growing more ginger, arrowroot. We start growing certain things, garlic. We start to grow garlic. You see what I'm saying? The Caribbean is perfect for these elements. As far as the monkeys, yes, we know we got a monkey issue. Monkeys ain't easy. Well, guess what? Let's grow some more fruit trees in these other places. Let them grow wild so the monkeys got something to eat. The reason why they pull your stuff up because they ain't no other source of food. Like monkeys really want to dig up sweet potato and then go play with the mud, then to dust it off to eat. Monkeys in particular. But if there's nothing else around, they're gonna find something. Let's plant more trees, man. Plant more fruit trees. Abundance of fruit trees. In December, we were importing avocados, an associate of mine, and I think if I had to make a guess, it was a total of probably about 8,000 or 9,000 avocados in December alone was imported into Barbados. About 9. Let me just round it off to say 9. Yeah, let me call it 9,000. About 9,000 avocados, man. It's 9. That's a lot. That's a lot of trees. My point is, why we don't grow trees here? Why we don't have fruit trees? Why we don't have more fruit trees in Barbados? Why we don't have fruit orchards? I mean, like just 5 acres number of mango trees. Monkeys can't eat all. And I'm not encouraging the breeding process. We can find ways to deal with them on a different level. Create an environment for them and let them thrive. Let them do their thing. And balance the system, man. Create a system where it balances itself. Some for them, some for us. Everybody cool. You can't kill the monkeys. You kill all the monkeys, that's crazy. So we ain't doing that. And we ain't poisoning the monkeys. We ain't cutting off. We ain't buying monkey tails. Like, what the hell is that? I think the government just pay you right now for monkey tails. How about government paid for corrupt politicians? If you could bring a corrupt politician head on a platter, how that sound? How that sound? Bring a corrupt politician head on a platter. I bet you right if politicians got their head chopped off for corruption, I bet nobody would not want that job. You would hear election coming up, you would see no posters up. Nah, I ain't messing with that there, boy. You see how many last fella them do? Them do he dirty. Nobody would not be running around knocking on your door begging for no votes, especially folks that know they ain't plan to do no work. None of them would want the job if the prime minister head was to fly off for foolishness, or the AG head was to fly off for foolishness. Nobody would want that position. It'd be a real vacancy then. We wouldn't go out to change the constitution and amend nothing and play games. But in that sort of environment, see, this in Afghanistan and one in places that people know war, been through war, and live war morning, noon, and night. This is paradise, you know? Paradise, man. Kakistocracy. We're being led by crazy people. Crazy people. In every sense of the word. Nevertheless, we look forward to brighter tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? Brighter tomorrow. I think what the prime minister should do, right, is take her, since how she got money already, anyhow, from my understanding, the family got a little paper. I could be wrong. Nobody ain't declaring the assets to me. But nevertheless, how about she take her whole salary, right? Her whole salary, and I can't even still donate it. Yeah. Donate it to me. Donate her whole salary to me. And trust that, we would work together as a group of individuals and encourage the other ministers who clearly have a little paper, not all, maybe half of their salary, to put it in this same kitty, this pool we have. We'll have this, we donate it we can have this here, the Barbados Concerned Citizens. How that? No, I don't like that name. Forget that, scrap that, being concerned citizens. We're going to donate it to the Fade Initiative. Yeah, the group, the organization, the movement, the sovereignty movement. Donate to the sovereignty movement, right? So she's gonna work for $1 a month as her salary because she's here to serve. So she don't need no money. She doing this for the money. And then we're gonna take that money and we're gonna put it in the kitty for the sovereignty, and we're gonna find ways to empower the people of this nation through education and food security. Basic start. You ain't gotta get too elaborate after that. We could always develop initiatives, especially through food security, to generate some funds to sustain other initiatives that we may have in mind. So how that sound there, Prime Minister, that you can work with that one? Get your cabinet to put half their salary. You put your full salary, you and the AG put their full salary, and all the other ministers put half their salary towards the movement. Yeah. Give it to us. Barbados Sovereignty Movement. Yeah. We can do that. We call it, we could do that. That sounds like a plan. How y'all think about that right there? Let me know what y'all think about my proposal right there. Your boy Steve said you funny, man. Feed the children. Well, that's the food initiative. We feed them. Look, if the government really cared about your children, right, and the safety of your child at school, if the government truly cared about your child and the safety of your child at school, no one would sell conkers, cotton candy, donuts, especially ones with pork in it, lard, to your children, the Buster drinks, the sweets. They would not have none of those being sold at none of our schools. The lunchtime menu will be a little bit more diverse than chips and chicken. You understand me? Chips and chicken, macaroni pie. Be a little bit more diverse than that. Don't starve me. Y'all don't care about the children one bit, but the people are not fully aware And that's okay. That's what we're here to do. You have obviously fallen asleep. Imagine you on TV promoting vaccine. This man slug you down. You talk vaccine, get the vaccine, right? I ain't never hear you talk about nothing else, promoting nothing else. I ain't never see a video of you promoting nothing else. Nothing else. I want to see a video promoting better health lifestyles. How that sound instead of the walk up music and the promoting promiscuity and this kind of stuff among the young people and vulgarity, sexual immoralities, that kind of thing. How about that, brother man? You have no idea what you started, yeah? None. But you're gonna learn today, I can tell you that. My name ain't Bong the Lights. I can tell you that. We're gonna do this on another level, family. So eagles don't fight snakes on the ground and carry them up to a different altitude. Welcome to the new Barbados, man. If they care about the children, you have these kind of things going on, man. That brother on the radio could do so much. He on the radio, young people listen, he could do so much. And he will. He will. We're going to have a conversation, man. We're going to put this in perspective. Family. Anyhow, so yeah, we got some work to do here in the lab. System is a go. Like, I ain't gonna front though, man. I feel kind of proud. I kind of feel a little proud. When I turn it on, I was saying, yo, if I don't let the smoke come from this thing, no, you know, because I can't afford it. I wasn't that nervous. I was a little bit. I wasn't that nervous though. I never. It made sense while I was 8 years old, while like my children playing with computers. I was just doing it on my own, not knowing why I was doing that. Then, 8, 9, 10 years old, I was living in the telephone exchange, like I said, and I was always tinkering with gadgets and always trying stuff. And back then, you can tell me it wasn't working. And I got some things to work, briefly, kind of, sort of. So this was, yeah. But I give thanks to all those that made it possible for sure. There's some special folks behind the scene, for real. That's been a solid rock. So I give thanks. Who is Sluggy Dan? Jackie? Don't worry about it. Some guy on the radio, he did a video recently that said, he took the vaccine and he's encouraging people to go out and, I guess, young people, because that's who listened to him, Sluggy Dan. When it comes to names, right? Like, I'm always suspicious with people in these so-called nicknames. Since I've been in Barbados, I met a few DJs that got certain names, and a lot of the times the names do fit their characteristics. I see some similarities in their characteristics and the name that they go by because it's energy. Words carry a vibration and a frequency. If you don't understand, what's a slug? You sluggy Dan. And the idea is that I don't know. I know what a slug is by definition. Alex, be easy. Alex, be easy. Yes, it's a full moon tonight, family. It's a beautiful moon. I know I'm going outside. I'll be going outside. We don't have the curfew, apparently. We never had the curfew anyhow. It was all in your mind. Check this out. I have never once submitted to any of those protocols, other than the fact if I go in the store, I put on a mask because I don't want a security guard to come, put me on WhatsApp video and nothing like that. But, it's all in the mind, man. Be free. Sovereignty is in the heart, man. Yeah, man. Don't worry, Jackie. We going nah. He just look, man. I was young, misguided too. At some point. So when I see the young people, I don't condemn the young people. But when I see other people misleading young people, I gotta definitely step in. See, there's a difference between trying to, put down young people and whatnot. We don't put down young people. We uplift people, period. Young or old, especially the young though. But when they're ones among the young, misleading the young, nah, we can't have that though. It takes a village to raise a child. And we do have the village still. Even if they don't acknowledge the village, we still in the village. So when you step out of order in the village gonna knock on your door. That's just the reality. Black Lion Security gonna deal with that matter, man, on a different level. We have a conversation with brother. We're gonna bring him on the platform. I don't think he would hesitate to come. I don't think that should be the problem. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Because after all, this is still Barbados. And a lot of people are in bed with the enemy. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the reality for whatever reason. So we're going to deal with it. It's 11:11. Misguided. Yep. Talking that can influence is dangerous these days. This is the whole point about what I'm just saying, Jackie. That is the absolute point. Take a look at the moon. It's lovely. Jarvis, we going outside. One of these nights I keep saying I'm going to do a live from outside from a remote location. Definitely. We should probably do like since there's no quote unquote curfew, we should do like a beach night, fire kind of thing going on. And you can burn a fire up on the beach. Imagine you can't even burn a fire on the beach no more. You have to tell them that lightning came from heaven and ignite that. You have to exhaust yourself. Mr. Officer, you would not believe this, right? But we was walking around in circles and we pray for lightning and the lightning hit it and it started a fire just like in the Bible. Now, if you don't believe you, let me stop, man. Let me stop, man. But yeah, family, you know what I mean? Let me stop. I ain't having fun. I got to have fun because if I don't laugh, man, it'll be a problem. So I entertain myself. I'm saying I edutain myself. Yes. Have a beach night and hold a reason. Yeah, that's something we could definitely do before they put the brakes back on. So anyhow, family, 1:15, give or take. Give thanks. See, we got work here to do. I am really thankful that we at this stage. We literally one wire and one click away from going into a whole new level. There's some equipment we have here to plug in, including the audio on the phone line, which ISIS will be very pleased to hear that, and some other stuff going on. Somebody donated a flat screen to me actually to mount on the wall as a monitor. I gotta go and collect that. Definitely want to give thanks for that as well. That came out the blue, like, hey, you know what? Bam. Universe takes care of us, family, and that's what we got to keep remembering. We don't need to submit to hold on to what little you think they're trying to take from you. Just trust the divine order to sustain you and keep you. I'm telling you, I'm start pooling some resources. We got some initiatives going on. Big up to Bonga Lights and the Farm Project 2 is up and running officially. I seen some potato slips earlier, gotta get delivered. This thing happening, family. Don't let nothing distract you right now. Don't let nothing, not even Rihanna pregnancy. I mean, she look cute. Rihanna, she's been pregnant long ago. The man they waiting for. And they say he hook up on some other girl and all this other stuff. All that is pure distraction. I mean, pure distraction. Focus on what you're doing here. Your family, your projects, initiatives we got. That's our focus. Blinkers on, but sensors up. Say what I now tell you. Blinkers on, but sensors up. Yes, family. That's what we're dealing with. Blinkers up, sensors on. Daffodil, I see you. That's all right, Reg, and I see you there too. SJ. My mother's beachland. Yeah, we could go down your mother's beachland. That'd be ideal. Right out front, homie house. Start chanting. You know what I mean? Put on some African mask and start chanting. You're like, what the hell going on? Anyhow, family, man, it's been lovely. It's been great as always. I definitely want to touch that piece I did earlier for those who didn't catch it. The brother right there, man, 11:11. It's just, again, right for me is right now is about energy, man. That's what it is right now. Everything right now is about nothing else but one thing, man, and that's just energy. Energy. That's what we're dealing with.
Light, he was speaking of you. And then he found that the trees of life needed a fruit. He was speaking of you.
Let me start this from the beginning, man. Let me pull this from the top, family. Again, like I said, we got work to do, but start with self. The page open up. Give thanks for those who already sent me the information. The link was sent out to most people, not everyone, because there's some work to do. I would touch base with other two sistering tonight. They'll probably contact you. Those who did send the information already, and you can just keep building it from there. And from that platform, you're going to link that with other platforms who are doing other similar works and connect the people. It's about connection right now. It's about connecting. Keep that in mind. Nothing else but connecting and putting in work. All the other drama in this other page to be, debating stuff. It's not a debate group. That's not what it is. It's not a debate group. That's your other group. This is Initiative and Progress Report group. Where we at? What happening? Because like I said, on a conscious level, there's some things we don't have to talk about at all. Because who knows. Who's supposed to know will know. Who ain't supposed to know ain't gonna see it. You can put it right in front of their face. They ain't gonna see it. So don't worry about people talking about, they're gonna infiltrate and this and that. They ain't gonna do. They can only do what they're allowed to do, family, or what we allow them to do. So let's keep working on yourself. Raise your frequency, raise your vibration. Recognize the time is 11:11. Because at the end of the day, God is talking to you. The question is,
when God said, "Let there be light," he was speaking of you. And then he found that the trees of life needed a fruit. Black and the berry, sweet of the juice. He was thinking of you. You have that same goddess glow that I see in the moon. Even when the sun shines, I'm dreaming of you. Of course, I believe in love. I see it in you. I never needed the proof. I would like the chance to express my affectionate ways. Just give me the time and a definite place. I promise to love and embrace you in delicate ways. Heavenly ways, heaven awaits. I swim in your love. I drown in your love. The levees would break. I'm there for you, babe. In every way, whatever you say. 11:11. 11:11. I'm ready to stay. I'm loving your style. I'm loving your face. I'm loving your smile.
yes.
I'm up in the clouds. I'm lifting you up and loving you down. I know you're ready for me. We say we ready for love. They say they ready for us. We from the heavens above. Pray. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whenever you ready, whenever you call, I'll be on time. 11:11. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whenever you ready. 11:11. 11:11. 11:11. 11:11. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whenever you ready, whenever you call, I'll be on time. 11:11. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whenever you ready. 11:11. 11:11. 11:11. 11:11. We should all seek to be as free as the wind blows. And love with kindness, because hearts are more fragile than windows. Glass ceilings and mirrors cannot reflect the light that you resemble. You are more divine than signs and symbols written on the pyramid temples. It is in hieroglyphic lyrics that I write these songs. Hoping that you can hear my soul cry as I travel these nights alone. I would search far and wide for the universe's most righteous stone. Bow at your feet and give you my life and throne. Hoping I can right my wrongs. I'm loving your style. I'm loving your face. I'm loving your smile. I'm up in the clouds. I'm kissing you up and loving you down. I know you're ready for me. We know we're ready for love.
Oh, you know it's a good day, Jackie. How you know?
And then he found that the trees of life needed a fruit. Black of the berry, sweet of the juice. He was thinking of you.
Yo, check this brother
you have
out,
that
man.
same goddess glow that I see in the moon. Even when the sun shines, I'm dreaming of you. Of course, I believe in love. I see it in you.
I believe in
I
love.
never needed to prove.
I see it in you.
I would like the chance to express my affectionate ways.
See it in all
Just
y'all,
give me the
man.
time and a definite place. I promise to love and embrace you in delicate ways.
Be at one.
Heavenly ways, heaven awaits. I swim in your love. I drown in your love. The levees would break. I'm there for you, babe. In every way, whatever you say. 11:11. 11:11. I'm ready to stay. I'm loving your style. I'm loving your face. I'm loving your smile. I'm up in the clouds. I'm lifting you up and loving you down. I know you're ready for me. We say we ready for love. They say they ready for us. We from the heavens above. Pray. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whenever you ready. Whenever you call, I'll be on time. 11:11. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whenever you ready. 11:11. 11:11. 11:11. 11:11. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whenever you ready. Whenever you call, I'll be on time. 11:11. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whenever you ready. 11:11. 11:11. 11:11. 11:11. We should all seek to be as free as the wind blows. And love with kindness, because hearts are more fragile than windows. Glass ceilings and mirrors cannot reflect the light that you resemble. You are more divine than signs and symbols written on the pyramid temples. It is in hieroglyphic lyrics that I write these songs. Hoping that you can hear my soul cry as I travel these nights alone. I would search far and wide for the universe's most righteous stone. Bow at your feet and give you my life and throne. Hoping I can right my wrongs. I'm loving your style. I'm loving your face. I'm loving your smile. I'm up in the clouds. I'm kissing you up and loving you down. I know you ready for me. We know we ready for love. Though they ain't ready for us. We from the heavens above. Pray. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whenever you ready. Whenever you call, I'll be on time, 11:11. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whenever you ready. 11:11. 11:11. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whenever you ready. Whenever you call, I'll be on time, 11:11. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whenever you ready. 11:11. 11:11. 11:11.
11:11, family. 11:11.
11:11. Yeah. 11:11. Yeah. Whenever you're ready, whenever you're ready.
Serious. Yes, family. I just give thanks, man. That's all we can do right now. We just be thankful, man. Just be thankful, man. 11:11, like 11:11, man. I mean, if that don't resonate with people, if that don't resonate with you, that's all right. That's all right. People know,
11:11.
people know, man.
11:11.
Let that run in the
We should
background.
all seek to be as free as the wind blows.
Yeah,
And
man.
love with kindness.
Go listen to that tune right now. If you got headphones, put your headphones on. Go outside, man, and just look at the full moon. Jarvis, we on it, bro. In a matter of moments, and just vibe, man. Vibe, connect with the universe, divine creatures, man. Divine, divinity. Hoping I can right my wrongs.
I'm up in the clouds. I'm kissing you up and loving you down.
There's so much healing that has to be done, family. I can tell you firsthand, man. Like I always think back. Somebody once told me, you know, Emmanuel, you just mention prison every single day. Another day go by, why don't mention or make some reference to me in prison while I was in prison? They'll never understand, man. Who feels it knows, you know what I mean? I don't wish that for nobody. It turns you into something different. It takes so much from you just so you can survive. Is that a doubt that you will be broken? So you got to part with things. Or you won't submit to the madness. Like in the system in the world today, you either going to submit to it or you going to stand firm. But if you stand firm, it puts you out there. You got to become something different in order to survive that madness. And trust when I tell you, it is absolute madness. I would wish it for my worst enemy. But it made me who I am today, and I am proud and thankful. You know, and I give thanks to all y'all for taking the time always to come on board and those shady comments. And sometimes I go back over it, man, and I be laughing sometimes. I feel like I would cry, like, yo, you know, I know some people don't get it, but guess what? We just gonna keep planting the seeds, keep doing the works, and it's coming together. I see it's coming together. I mean, I see it. There's proof right here, and this was just a small project we worked on together. Imagine when we start going doing the bigger things. You know what I mean? I like that 500 acres I've been looking at. I'm gonna take some pictures and show y'all. We going for that next. Well, not next. So we got another stop to make before that one, but we definitely got that on the radar. And Philip, you have no idea how important you are in that. And I have to throw you out there like that because trust me, when I tell you, you'll be like, yeah, we gotta talk, family. But oneness, the link is there, the invite is there. Tell a friend of like-mindedness. Name them, they're not, doesn't matter. Brothers keepers. So you see somebody on the chat going out left field, don't put them out there in the chat. This is a little private message on the site. reason with your sister or the brethren. We hear about solutions. What are some of your ideas? Questions. What are some of your thoughts? We ain't debating what the government didn't do or what it's supposed to have done, and they gonna be what they are, man. The Kakistocracy. Look that word up, family. On that note, they out. I know, Phil, trust me. I can't even, you have no idea, family. Small step. This is one small step for man. This might be a giant step for mankind. But this is a small step for man. Especially the man that half man, half amazing. We call them amazing. Anyhow, family, we out. 11-11, man. 11-11. Let that vibe out, man. I gotta hit that again, man. I ain't never really, other than our anthem, this right here is the energy right here, right now. Man. I'm feeling this vibe right through because I can resonate to it. That's what's
God
up.
said, "Let there be light," he was speaking of you.
When God say, "Let there be
And then
light,"
he found
he
that
was
the trees
talking
of
about
life needed
you.
a fruit.
You heard how the brother
Black
opened
and the
up?
berries
When God
needed
say,
the
"Let
juice.
there be light," he was
He was
talking
thinking of
about
you.
you.
You have that same goddess glow that I see in the moon.
That
Even when
same
the sun
God is
shines,
the
I'm dreaming
glow
of
I
you.
see in the moon.
Of course, I believe in love. I see it in you.
Are we ready
I
for
never
love,
needed the
family?
proof. I would like the chance to express my
The
affectionate
answer is
ways.
yes. So
Just
look,
give
I
me the
got my
time and a
earpods.
definite place.
Well, no, I ain't got my
I
earpods.
promise to love and
I
embrace
lost
you
my
in delicate
earpods.
ways.
Lost one of them. But I got some
Heavenly
headphones
ways,
though.
heaven awaits. I
My
swim
daughter
in
ain't
your
can't
love.
say yet.
I drown in your love. The levees would break.
So this
I'm
what's
there
up.
for you,
We got the
babe.
phone right
In
here.
every way,
Going
whatever you
upside. I'll
say.
see you all
11,
in the
11.
moon reflection.
11,
Full
11. I'm
moon
ready to
tonight.
stay.
Y'all be
I'm
great,
loving your
be good,
style. I'm loving your
and
face.
just
I'm
keep
loving your
loving,
smile.
man.
I'm up in the clouds.
Keep
I'm
loving. Right
lifting
now,
you up and loving
it's
you down.
minutes to
I know you ready
what
for
time
me.
is it? Yeah, minutes to
We
10.
say we ready for love. They say they
Make
ready
sure
for
11,
us.
11
We
you
from the
find
heavens
yourself
above.
outside looking
Pray.
at the moon. That's
Whatever
the
you
assignment
want,
tonight.
whatever you
Set your
need,
watch,
whenever
your
you
alarm,
ready.
whatever. Or
Whenever
unless
you
you have that
call,
internal clock.
I'll be on
Some of us do
time.
have
11,
that.
11.
And just be
Whatever
clicking.
you want,
11, 11.
whatever you need,
Be
whenever you
outside
ready.
looking at the moon,
11,
family.
11.
I think I'm gonna take it right
11,
down to the
11.
farm. We got enough time.
Whatever you
As a matter of
want,
fact, I think I'm gonna do
whatever
that.
you need, whenever
I
you
got enough
ready.
time.
Whenever you call, I'll be on time. 11,
Go
11.
manifest your
Whatever you
words.
want,
Remember,
whatever you
words are
need, whenever
spells.
you ready.
Speak life
11,
into
11.
your life, into your life of
11,
your
11.
children, into your
We
life
should
of your
all seek to
husband,
be as
your
free
king
as the
man,
wind
your queen,
blows.
your empress,
And love with
your
kindness
parents,
because
your
hearts are more
community,
fragile than windows.
your country.
Glass ceilings and mirrors
Speak
cannot
life
reflect
into
the
the
light that
universe
you
and
resemble.
manifest your destiny,
You are more
this
divine than
reality.
signs and symbols written on the
Right?
pyramid
I
temples.
used to last the
It is in
first
hieroglyphic
empress
lyrics that I
before
write
men
these
and family.
songs. Hoping that you can hear my soul cry as I
One
travel these
perfect
nights
oneness.
alone.
Oneness.
I would search far and
We
wide
at
for the
one.
universe's most righteous stone.
That's
Bow
what's
at
up.
your feet and give you my life enthroned. Hoping I can right my wrongs. I'm loving your style. I'm loving your face. I'm loving your smile. I'm up in the clouds. I'm kissing you up and loving you down. I know you ready for me. We know we ready for love. No, they ain't ready for us. We from the heavens above. Pray. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whenever you ready. Whenever you call, I'll be on time. 11, 11. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whenever you ready. 11, 11. 11, 11. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whenever you ready. Whenever you call, I'll be on time. 11, 11. Whatever you want,
11, 11,
whatever you
family.
need, whenever you ready.
One
11,
love.
11. 11.